as we go through this presentation. A very important point, part of our vision, is we plan to have offices globally wherever we have teams, wherever we have substantial presence of members, to support those members, support those teams, and grow to at least 100 million pounds of funds in the system within the next year or two. So that's the overarching vision of the company. Talk a little bit about the brains behind HSCC. Rav Singh's the founder and CEO. He's had 12 years of experience in alternate assets, has raised money, has built brands and platforms to help clients diversify and hedge against mainstream products such as stocks and shares. And as we see what's happening in the banking world, he's got a good reputation in the industry and comes highly recommended. So this is the founder and CEO of Harley Street Crypto Club. Talk a little bit about his personal vision. This is important. Everybody wants to know what the CEO thinks and the founder, because that drives where the company is going to go. So he wrote, "I believe in democratizing arbitrage space, diverting power away from major financial institutions and putting it back in the hands of ordinary people. I aim to help novices get a slice of the action by automating and simplifying the entire process so anyone can benefit from market opportunities with minimal exposure and maximum return." So that's his vision, and that's the vision we're trying to fulfill here at Harley Street Crypto Club. Talk about the management. I talked about the CEO. We have a group of crypto enthusiasts led by our CEO and then myself, the CMO. We have Naresh, who's the continent coordinator in Asia, because we have substantial presence and we have substantial interest in the Asian markets. There's a team behind them, but we want to put up a whole org chart. Just be rest assured, there's real people running the show and working here to help all of you. Let's see, maybe one of our members might have asked. Oh, okay, no messages. Anyway, so that's the initial team that's visible, working publicly. There are many, many more people behind the scenes to make all this go. Okay, remember I mentioned that we're talking about crypto arbitrage. Crypto arbitrage, I'll give it to you in the very simplest of terms. All arbitrage means is taking advantage of price differences. So for instance, the most basic form of arbitrage is maybe Bitcoin on Binance right now is 28,000 US, and Bitcoin on Coinbase in America is 28,500. If you are set up that you can trade at Coinbase, so you have money and Bitcoin there, and you have money and Bitcoin sitting at Binance, you have the ability to buy at 28,000 on Binance, move it over to Coinbase, or if you already have some on Coinbase, sell it there, make $500. And every time you do that, you just keep making more and more money, small trades, small percentages every time. So that's the basics of arbitrage. And one of the reasons we picked arbitrage is we're not stuck in the cycles. And if a trader or the trading software guesses wrong, because it does happen, no trade's 100% perfect when you're trying to time the market or do technical trading, you get stuck in trades potentially, and then the capital gets tied up. Arbitrage, it's very, very clear, and it's very, very quick, and there's exchanges around the world. And I'm going to cover in detail a number of the different arbitrage ways that we trade. But at the simplest form, it's just taking advantage of the price differences of the various cryptos across the various kinds of exchanges. So what has to happen is software plus traders together need to be able to find these price differences and then execute these transactions to take advantage of it and make a profit. So as I mentioned, there's a similar example, 35,000 pound Bitcoin at Coinbase. It was 35,200 at Kraken, which is another North American based exchange. So an arbitrage opportunity exists to buy on Coinbase at 35,000, sell on Kraken at 35.2, and pocket the 200-pound price difference. You keep doing that, 0.5% here, 0.25% there, 1% here, and that adds up to very safe returns and very consistent returns. So let's talk about some of the types of arbitrage. One that's kind of unique, most people maybe don't know these or aren't aware of this one, called triangular arbitrage. You can see in the example, the price of Bitcoin versus Ethereum's 32,000 in this example, but it's 32.2 against Solana, and Solana against Bitcoin is 32.5. So basically, what this means, the software detects this within the same exchange because the demand for the various cryptos is different. So there are price differences. So you buy Bitcoin for 32,000 against Ethereum, but you sell the Ethereum at the equivalent of Bitcoin 32.2, and then the Solana to Bitcoin's 32.5. So you make $200 on the trade versus Ethereum. And then on the Ethereum trade to Solana, you make another $300. Just within the exact same exchange, you've been able to make $500 per Bitcoin in this example. So that's really, really important because it's all on the same exchange. So there's no significant fees moving, blockchain transaction fees to move Bitcoin, say from Kraken to Coinbase, or to move it from Binance to Kraken, or any of those kind of things. It's all in the same exchange. And these little differences occur quite often. The software managed by the traders can find that and take advantage and rapidly trade all day, every day. Another form is decentralized arbitrage. This again takes into account the centralized exchanges, the Coinbases and the Binances, as well as the decentralized exchanges like the Pancake Swaps and the Sushi Swap, to again take advantage of the price differences across the crypto market. And we just have to take advantage all day, every day, a little bit here, a little bit there, and it adds up to a significant amount of very safe profit. Then there's cross-exchange arbitrage, which I talked about. That's the most basic form. Statistical combines the intra and mathematical techniques. That's another way of doing it. Spatial, it's a special kind of this cross-exchange trading, but it basically is different times of the day. When people are awake in America is a different time when they're awake in Asia. So you can take advantage across continents of price differences. The point is, the software managed by the traders, because software by itself always needs someone to look and tweak, enables us to take advantage of these various kinds of arbitrage opportunities to make money very safely for us and our members. We believe this kind of trading, crypto arbitrage, to be the best form of trading because it is low risk. We're not making a decision, the software plus the people behind it, the traders, looking at, well, Bitcoin's gone up and the 200-day moving average is this and the relative stress index is that, therefore it should still go up. And then maybe you guess wrong because markets can be volatile and it goes down. Now all your capital is tied up in a trade that's in the wrong direction. And then maybe that kind of a trade, dollar cost average, because the price is going down, you buy more, you tie up more of the capital, and it's all locked up in these trades that aren't going to close. Arbitrage, when we can spot these opportunities and capitalize on them, we can do it quickly. We don't care what's happening in the market. All we care about is finding these differences, find the trade, enter it, exit it, take our small profit, and move on to the next one. That's very key so that we as a company with all of your money in trade don't wind up holding on to non-profitable trades for long periods of time. Potential crypto. Most people, I believe, on this call know something about crypto already. So I'm kind of preaching to the choir, but cryptocurrencies are here to stay, and they are getting ready to take over because people want control of their finances. I want control of mine. You want control of yours. We don't want to rely on centralized banks. You see what's happening in the world banking system. Banks here today, gone tomorrow. How do you get your money out? All those kind of things. You don't know. You don't have control. By having the crypto in your wallets and by having crypto in general, you're able to take back some control yourself. Experts say the crypto market's only going to go up, and it's likely to triple between now and 2030. It might even go higher. Bitcoin's at around 29,000 now. It's been a high of 69,000 before, and they're talking 150, 250, $500,000 Bitcoin, in the next 3 to 5 years. That's huge. That's way more than triple. As we know, limited supply and demand, high interest, problems with the fiat banking system, driving people to crypto. So now is the best time to get into the crypto world, to get your footprint, get your foot in the door before it's too late. It's kind of like the internet 20 years ago, 25 years ago, same thing. Get in, now's a good time, and it hasn't been a time better than now. Let's talk a little bit about why us. Why Harley Street Crypto Club? Number one, state-of-the-art technology to execute all this arbitrage trading. We have the tech overseen by the traders. Guaranteed returns. We have plans that will guarantee payouts to all of our members. And we'll go over that in detail about how much and why and the trade-off to make sure that this is going to be a long-running company for the long term. That's key. High profits. You want to make profits between the returns, which are quite excellent, plus high profits on the work that you do. 100% transparent. The trading data will be available. I'll share where that's going to be. And finally, from your perspective as a customer or a member, fully automated. You don't have to look at charts. You don't have to look at signals. We will take care of that on behalf of all of our members. Live trading reports. When we start taking in funds, we will have this finalized and working perfectly to show the real-time trading, how much money's been deposited, what's in trade, what's been withdrawn, how much profit and loss has been made, and plus the trades that are being made. The idea here, because everybody wants to know, well, what are we doing? How are we making the money? How do I keep track? So we will give you access to this. You'll be able to see what's happening every day, the total amounts, to be able to understand exactly where things are. Now let's move. How do you get involved? We talked a lot about why this is a good idea, why we have solid technology backed by solid people. Let's talk about how, I think most of you are here. That stuff's important, but you want to know how you make money. Okay, here's how you get involved. You can come in at the standard level. We have plans from $50 all the way to $25,000 or higher. So if you come in at the standard level, because that level fits your personal financial situation, you can start with $50 up to $4,999. That plan will earn you 0.7% per day, Monday through Friday, 300 days. So your contract will last 300 days. So that'll pay out 210% profit on that package. For those that have a bit more money that they can put into the crypto world, we have the pro package, $5,000 to $9,999. So if you get in that level, you get a higher return. So at 0.8%, pays out for 263 days. Again, the same 210% of whatever you put in. For those with more disposable money for the crypto world, a bigger part of their portfolio that they can afford to put in crypto. We have the advanced program with a daily return of 0.9%. That's for people coming in at $10,000 to $24,999. That pays out 234 days, which again gives you 210% payout on whatever your package value was. And finally, for the people that have more money, that 25,000 or higher is a reasonable amount of their portfolio for these kinds of things. That's our VIP program. They make 1% a day for 210 days. So all of the plans, everybody will make 210% of whatever amount they buy as a package. And one other really important point, because not everybody explains it this way. There are other companies out there that have done plans. Ours, I believe, is unique, at least how we explain it and how we show it. Not only do you get this 210%, so these returns are true returns. At the end of your contract periods, end of 300 days if you're on standard, the end of 210 days if you're on VIP, you will get your initial capital returned to you. So if you put in $10,000 on the advanced program, and at the end of 234 days, you would have earned 210% or $21,000. And then at the expiration on day 234, you get back your $10,000. All of the participants in our various plans can then participate in the referral program and make money by doing what people naturally do when they're happy, when things are working. They naturally share. So if you share to people, we have direct referral bonuses. So if Tom introduces Harry and Harry puts money in the program, Tom gets 5%. That's direct. That's across all plans. Everybody, no matter what level you come in at, you have the opportunity to participate in the referral program. So that's 5%. We have a binary, which I'll cover in detail on a later slide, but it pays out up to 30% on your weaker leg. And I'll explain what that means for people that aren't familiar with binaries. And then we have the Harley Street Crypto Club bonus, which is based on how many people you personally introduce. And that would be up to 10% on the earnings that they make. And I'll explain which earnings count and how that works. But that one alone, for anybody who is a serious business builder, that is where huge money is going to be earned by our members who take this opportunity and run with it. So let's talk about binary income. You grow your network, and as people come in, you can earn up to 30% commission in the binary on a daily basis. Here's how it works. At the first level, the noble level, if your left business is up to $9,999 and your right business is up to $9,999, when you have a match, so if you have $1,000 left, $1,000 right, you wind up with 10% of the lesser leg. So you have 1,000 in that case. So you would make $100. If you're in the 10,000 to 99,999 range, the next level of business that you have generated, you'll make 11%. Do the same thing, make a little bit more. Why? Because you got promoted from noble to Ekis. Next, if you're a baron, $100,000 to $499,999 on either side, you get 12% in your lesser leg. So if you had 50,000 or 100, if you had 110,000 in your left leg and you had 200,000 in your right, 110 is less than 200. So you would get 12% of 110 if that's what was in the side. Now, the way we pay it out is 2% a day for 50 days. So if you earn $500, you get it paid out $10 a day for 50 days. That's how it gets paid out in the first three percentages. Now, as you get promoted by growing bigger and bigger business, When you hit 500,000 to 2.49 million, the binary percent goes to 13%. If you make Marchio, 7.5 to a little less than 15 million, it goes to 15%. This tier of payouts, you'll get paid 1% a day for 100 days. So you earn it, then every day you collect a little bit of what you earn on the payout for 100 days. And then for the big leaders who are building large businesses and large groups, 15 to 29,999 million, 15 million to 29,999 million on both sides, going to make 20% of your lesser leg whenever, every day, whatever comes in on that lesser leg, you're going to make 20%. And if you hit all the way to Monarch, this is one everybody should try to achieve, even though it seems like a lot. If you work really hard, it's possible. 50 million and above each side in total business, but you're going to make 30% on anything that comes in above the $50 million. This is paid out 0.5% a day for 200 days. Now, some people might ask the question, well, why don't I get it all up front? Now, that's a natural question. Here's the reason why. Remember, we talked about risk-free trading. So we're not taking huge risks. We're not paying out huge amounts. We're paying out very nice amounts of the daily return, 5% on the referral, plus this very large binary payout. By balancing these things and paying out over these number of days, it keeps more money trading. The more money that trades, the more money we can earn safely, because we have a significant balance trading. We're in a position to not have to take risky trades. That's why we use arbitrage. So there's a trade-off amongst all these things. Again, everything we're doing here is totally driven by longevity. You're all going to work. A lot of you have gone to work. We want to be here for the long term. You want to see the fruits of all your labors. Let's see, I might have a question here. Let me check real fast. No, nothing particular that I have to answer. Okay, we'll move on to the next part. We'll get to questions in a minute. Let me get through the presentation, then we'll have a couple of minutes left for questions. Okay, the Harley Street Crypto Club bonus. I talked about the third way you get paid. This is based on how many people you personally enroll. So if you enroll 10 directs or more, you will get 5% of their incomes, so of their binary income and their direct enrollment income that they earn. So if they earn $1,000, you earn $50. If they earn $10,000, you earn $500. And if you have 10 of them, that becomes very, very substantial. Now, you keep working, you keep doing the same thing every day. You talk to people, you share your results, you share the opportunity, and you get 20 directs. When you hit 20, your bonus increases. Now you get 7% of what those 20 directs are earning. You hit 50 or more, you get 10%. Just think about, there's a simple way to think about it. You hit 50 or more, you're going to make 10% of what they earn. That's the equivalent of 5 of your direct team's full-time income. Think about that for a minute. That's the equivalent of 5 full incomes in your bonus. So that's why I said early on, when I introduced this, people are going to make significant incomes who do this. All right, some key points that go with the information. Number one, ROI, as I mentioned, the returns are daily, Monday to Friday. Everybody's capped at 10x whatever their package amount. So if you put in $1,000, when you earn 10,000, you need to reinvest. This direct income of 5% that I shared, instant credit, same for all packages. Binary, you can get up to 30% based on your business volume. The binary capping will be equal to either your package amount or $25,000, whatever is greater. That's the maximum. The 25,000 is the max, but it'll be equal to your package amount. So if somebody has a $50,000 package, the max commission in the binary they could earn every day is 25,000. That'd be pretty good though. 30 days in a month on average, 25,000 a day, $750,000 in the binary is not bad. Withdrawals are Mondays. Every Monday you can withdraw and they will be processed within 24 hours. You need to have at least $10 to do a withdrawal. When your package expires or when you max out, you hit your capping, all the previous binary benefits, so your volume will flush if you don't top up your account within 48 hours. All your income goes to your wallets. There is a 10% withdrawal fee. So when you make your withdrawal, there's a 10% admin fee. You can transfer money in the system. That's really important. And there's no fee. The reason that one's important, maybe you're sitting with somebody or you're at a meeting and somebody says, I want to sign up right now. I want to sign up right now, but they don't have any crypto or they don't keep their crypto wallet on their telephone. Not a problem. You can sign them up. You have the money in your back office. You can transfer it to do their package, and then they could give you the cash or do a bank transfer. You can work it out, but this way you don't lose any momentum. Reinvestments require 50% of funds, so you got to put funds in when you re-top up. If your account's not active, you can't earn income. And as I said before, this is a big one. Everybody gets 100% of whatever they initially put into their package back at the end of the contract duration. And again, one of the key points, and we said like no income for inactive accounts. The reason a lot of these things are set up this way is to maximize the length of the system. If you let people who don't do anything withdraw, then that's money that's not available to trade, and that's money that's not available to pay to people who are working. So this is all about making this a solid system that everybody can rely on and everybody will be able to enjoy the fruit of their labors. User flow. Let's talk about how do you do this? Very simple, 5 steps. I like this. Here's how you start making profits in 5 easy steps. Step 1, get registered with your unique ID. So whomever introduced you, get the referral link, click and register, or do it with them and they can enroll you from the back office. Then pick your package, whichever one you want. You want to come in at standard or pro or VIP, pick that in that package slab. Make your deposit. So send in your money through a number, and I'll share the payment partners, the ways you can pay. Make that deposit according to your selected package amount so you can start earning your benefits. Then as the funds are credited to your wallet, be it from commission or daily returns, every Monday, put in your withdrawal request if you want and take your funds and use them. And finally, number 5, enjoy the benefits of crypto arbitrage trading. So again, this is how you start making profits in 5 easy steps. Some testimonials. We have a couple of folks that we put in the presentation here. One, Spencer, he said, hey, and I agree with this. Anyone interested in arbitrage trading should give it a try. He's been in prior to the official launch to the public because the company's been around for a while working with private money and private people. And he said it's easy, reliable, and he recommends it. Benjamin, he was introduced by a colleague, again, in the private sector, in the private funding, and he couldn't be happier. He started with 20,000 and he's been in from the beginning and he's really happy making the return. So he recommends it. And I have a good friend who always has a statement that he makes, give it a try. You can get started with as little as $50. So it's not like anybody's forcing you or asking you to put in more than you're comfortable with, but you have an opportunity, give it a try. It will work. Payment partners, these are the cryptos we accept for payment: Bitcoin, Tron, USDT, Solana, Litecoin, Ethereum, or Dogecoin. One of the reasons to have a number of these is not everybody has access to every crypto. Number one. Number two, the speed of the networks and the transaction fees vary. So for instance, if I was putting in $100 because I don't have a huge amount of money and Bitcoin fees were $20 or Ethereum fees were crazy for some reason and they were $15 or $20, if it cost me 20 to put in my 100, I'm losing 20% of my money by paying fees. Whereas Tron or USDT, I might be able to do it for $1, or I might be able to send it in for 15 cents. So that's why we have multiple payment partners, so everybody can use the crypto they want and take advantage of reducing their fees to put in the money to their package. Now, some new things that are coming. So today's the launch. Registrations have been open for a couple of days, but today's the official launching. We're going to have an app. Everybody runs around with their phone. I have a good friend, Ron. He says, I live on my phone and I look at my screen time, and on a good week, it's 11 hours a day. And some days, some weeks it's 13 or 14 hours. We're going to have an app because we know everybody loves to do it from their phone. So stay tuned. You'll see the Harley Street Crypto Club app on your phone. Upcoming ventures. I get asked this question, pre-launch, lots of leaders, lots of people ask, well, what are the plans? What are you guys going to do? I understand this crypto arbitrage trading is the heart of the business, but what else is happening? And remember, I talked about this is about creating a member club, a membership community. So in August, 1st of August, we'll have a discount club. September, we'll follow that up with other trading, so trade.co. November, lifestyle clubs. You'll be able to participate in lifestyle things. And then December, we'll add travel. Everybody loves to travel, and everybody will be making money between now and then, so they'll all have a reason to want to travel. Again, we will have more plans. We will have more new things. We will keep rolling them out. The idea is to grow this as a member community that everybody can win together. Contact us. We have an office. Our main office is in London. We have our support. You can see all of this on the website. You can get the information from whomever invited you to the call, and then you can do your due diligence and you can join and get in with us. One thing I want to say is, number one, I want to thank everybody because we have people on here from all over the world. There is a lot of people on this call. So all the leaders who invited all the people to the call, give yourselves a hand. Good job. And everybody who came, you had a choice. You could have done something else, but you decided to come here. So you should give yourself a hand also. So I applaud everybody. That's number one. Number two, what we'll do, we have admins in the room. They've seen the chat requests, any questions. They will get back to whomever asked questions. You can get with the person who invited you to get whatever other questions you need answered so you can get started. Again, enrollments are open, and then everybody will be an opportunity to make their payments on the 10th of April. So you can sign up, get positioned, get set, and get ready to take off when everybody can start paying on the 10th of April. So again, I want to say thank you to everybody that's here that took time out of their day, be it 12 noon in the UK or 6 p.m. in parts of Southeast Asia, 7 p.m. or 8 p.m. or 9 p.m., depending upon where people are, or quite early in the morning if you're in North America. Again, I want to say thank you, and we're going to have these regularly. So look for the next one. Drive people to come see these and come join us at the Harley Street Crypto Club.